We have 4 new meditations on hightimelinebooks.com that can help you in your high timeline journey. Jump into prosperity with the Quantum Jumping Meditation from Burt Goldman and get all 3 of the prosperity meditations for the price of 2 with the bundle, all on hightimelinebooks.com. Welcome back from the holiday and welcome into a new month and a new week. Hi, everybody. Thomas Miller on the Fun Astrology Podcast. Glad you're here. We've got a big Sagittarian stellium in the chart today. Let's talk about it. I hope you had a good holiday weekend. I had a blast. Got in Lord Jupiter, my Sprinter van, for the first time since I've been here in California and went on a road trip to Sedona. My goodness, was it fun. I'll be telling you more about it through the eyes of the camera. Came away with some good plans for the future. I'm really excited. All right, let's catch an overview for the week here to get started. We have time every day this week to pick things apart. We have a moon wobble starting today. Mars goes retrograde starting on Friday. Neptune turns direct on Saturday. There is a lot of energy in the sky this week. And on top of that, there are 2 things that I'm looking at. Venus is moving, well, 3 things actually. Venus is moving toward Pluto right now. They'll do a lip smack on Saturday morning at 9:08, so that's a conjunction between Venus and Pluto. Another one that is shaping up today and strong is the Sun is moving toward a square to Saturn. That's exact on Wednesday. And I just mentioned that Neptune turns direct on Saturday, and when it does, it will be moving toward the North Node. They will be moving toward each other. That's going to change things as well. So a lot of energy is going to be shifting around, and has there not been enough changing rapidly? Well, I think my belief is that we all plan to be here during this time and to be the ages and in the geographic areas and the socioeconomic areas that we all are for this time. And boy, is the sky our guide right now. So let's talk about, first of all, the moon wobble today. We've mentioned it quite a bit here lately. Won't go into all those details, but it becomes exact 3 weeks from today on December 23rd. And speaking of the nodes of the moon, that's when the sun will be exactly square to the nodes of the moon. That's the peak of the period that's known as the moon wobble. Some people back up 14 days from that peak. Others back up 21. And some people don't follow it at all. But I think it is more than consequential that some significant activities can take place during this period. The purists say to treat it pretty much like a Mercury retrograde. Don't buy a house, don't buy a car, don't enter into any significant agreements, etc., etc., that kind of thing. Wait until that energy clears, because Carl Payne Tobey, about 80 years or so ago, discovered that there was a correlation between the sun's position in either a square or conjunction to the nodes of the moon as he was doing investigative work for house fires for an insurance company, found that most of the fires in their case portfolio happened during this time. So we bring it up here just to be observant. Now, the rest of the aspects today, we have a couple in the morning. One already happened. Mercury was in a trine aspect to Chiron, which is still in retrograde. That's the planet of communication and travel in a favorable aspect with the wounded healer. So if you set some intentions yesterday around that 9-degree, 33-minute Sagittarius new moon, if some of those touched the sensitive points of that wounded part of your soul or that area that keeps coming up, well, you might have some positive energy to play with on that today. And another outer planet retrograde aspect, this time Venus and Uranus are in a trine. That's at 9:43 this morning, all times Eastern. You would think that if there was a surprise, it would be a favorable one with that. And it might be something around money. It could be something around your relationship. It could also be a nice big surprise around astrology. Kristin Lawhead has been working toward a practicum course at Kepler College, wrapping that semester up, and she might have a pleasant surprise at the end here. Why? Because Uranus rules astrology. Now let's talk about the moon for a second. Yesterday was the new moon. The moon goes void of course today at 10:47 this morning with a square to Neptune. Then at 4:08 this afternoon, so it's a pretty good chunk of the day, from 9:43 to 4:08 Eastern, the moon will be void of course, and then it enters Capricorn. Now, we have a free lunar calendar at funastrology.com/moon that you can download or just reference, and Kristin really prettied it up, and I mean, it is a showpiece. And it gives all the days that are positive aspects in green, negative aspects in red. So I hope you'll go check that out. Real easy. We just made it simple. You don't have to register. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to do anything. Just go funastrology.com/moon, right-click, download. And a big thanks to Kristin for doing that and for hosting Level Up last night, too. Great job on that, as always. We appreciate you. As far as the overall chart goes, I've still been keeping an eye on the grid. We talked about it in the weekly video a week ago. I didn't get one done this week because of being out of town. Might do one today, we'll see. If so, it will post tonight. But from that grid view, I'm counting 20 positive aspects to 15 challenging aspects. So we're still tilting to the more positive, and the two aspects today are trines, so we're still looking and tilting more favorable with that Sun in Sagittarius and also Mercury. That's making us happier, lighter. We had the new moon yesterday in Sagittarius. We have the moon in there most of today, even though it's void, of course. It still is in Sagittarius. So it is a time to be a little bit happier, lighter, and that will continue, at least until the moon moves into Capricorn. All right, we'll unpack more tomorrow. We have a busy day Wednesday. We'll take care of that. And then Saturday, we have a lot of stuff going on for the weekend, including the sun opposing Jupiter. I didn't mention that one. So it is a busy week in the sky. We'll cover it. I love you. Have a great Monday. Let's kick it off with a bang.